Okay. Good morning. We're here. We're here. I've been on for a little bit trying to do a couple of the more tedious chores. Like Glimmer Collection, because your girl is short on those kinds of resources. So those are done, but we still need to deal with this and the rest of our chores before we can get into building. Because if I save it for last, you know I won't do it. So we're gonna get it over with. Now that I actually have pumpkins to harvest today. I need a gardening buddy. Hello? Mickey, you're a gardening buddy. Okay. Let's get some coins. I'm pretty sure... Oh man, oops. I was gonna look at the calendar and see if the update was coming soon. I'm pretty sure it's fairly soon-ish. We're already getting hints. I'm so excited for it. I really loved this update in items, but I have an entire build that I'm anxiously awaiting doing that requires Hercules items, so I think I've been waiting for this update since we found out about it. Because I knew. Our music audio isn't too loud, right? Do I need to turn it down again? Go down just a little bit. I didn't quite have time to do this tedious chore before it was time for stream to start. Otherwise, I would have taken care of it too, since watching someone harvest pumpkins is not the most engaging content. It's hard enough when we have to watch ourselves harvest pumpkins. I don't know how people with like huge leveled pumpkin farms where you have to move the ancient gardeners, that I don't know how you can do that. Yeah, that to me just seems, I get an immediate brain block just thinking about that. But we need coins, so we have to at least do something. I'm still debating if I want to make everyone a time bender so that I can get like a Google of mist, just an incomprehensible number, so that way I can do pumpkin puffs to get star coins a little bit faster. But I have a brain block on that too, because it just seems like a lot of work. Maybe if I get like 300,000 dreamlight and can justify all of the training manuals it would take. Oh no. No! See, this is why we need to manage our inventory. Let's drop some things just out of the way and we'll take care of this too. before we get into our build. I'm hypothesizing that we are quite close to being done with this build, and so therefore we have a little bit of time to actually manage this inventory mess, since I haven't really been able to for a week. Okay. Thanks, Mickey. That. How much inventory space do I have? A decent amount. So drop this off real quick and make a round of pumpkin puffs. Some is better than none. I need to get like a little coffee warmer plate to have in here. So yesterday I was really sad that my coffee got cold while we were working on our dream snap. I feel like I also want to bring this down. Okay. I've been playing with my audio settings to try to get the balance of sound right. It's hard because our office is under construction still, so my mic position is not consistent from week to week. What am I doing? I'm gonna go to the plaza. Okay, we got our pumpkins harvested. That's all of our blue tasks on the habit tracker. Okay, so I have these gemstones, which I may or may not need after doing Olaf's little quest. So before I sell, let me check and see if I need to put those away. Okay, and then we'll go down here. I don't know. I really want to do another resource grind stream. I wonder if I can make one work this week or not. I'm really not sure. Okay. That is definitely easy to get. Don't need these pumpkin puffs. I'm maxed out on those flowers and the pink hydrangeas now. Okay. So that's in good shape. Ah, I'm on PlayStation controls. I literally played for like 2 minutes on PlayStation yesterday and it didn't even save. So it's annoying that I'm mentally stuck with the backwards controls. Okay, let's take a couple of things out of here that keep getting in the way. The pebbles, we need to go inside. I think I'm probably gonna mess myself up having taken the pebbles out right now. Oh well. We'll take them back out. Oops. Okay, we don't need to do Scrooge's store because we have all of Scrooge's items. I'm so excited about that. I'll never not be happy about it. And then, do I need any of these fish? No. Okay, so we don't have to worry about our chest yet. Drop those off. Let's go up to Beast. I don't know if I will ever get this flower chest filled back up again. I've been building way too many things that use flowers. Why did I come to the... I don't need to come here. Beast Garden, or Beast Stall. Let's go over to Kristoff. Okay. And then down to Aladdin, and we'll drop off some things here. No, I don't need rubies. I need sapphires. Let's grab this stone. Let's just go ahead and put all of this stuff away today. Put that away. Yeah. Okay. Aladdin stall. Drop off these couple pieces of coal. I definitely need more, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, let's take all of this, sell what we can, and then drop the rest off in my house. Excuse me. I don't know if we need any of those fruits in this chest. Okay. I'll sell the cherries and then drop everything off. And that lancet fish? Question mark? Excuse me. feel like I need to swap out the train station build that I have with the parks entry in this biome with the train station that came this week. Yes, this one. I used so much tropical wood building those train tracks, and now I think they're probably just purchasable, but that's okay. But I also don't know what the difference in footprint would be and if it would massively change the design. Okay, so then we need to drop some things off here. I also wonder if this chest will ever become full. Okay. And sand goes with the glass here. And all of this stuff goes upstairs. Up over to this level first and see if I finally filled up these flower chests. Not quite. And then... oh shoot, this needs to go downstairs. These go to a bunch of different levels. We'll start here. Okay. These go on my beach. And all of these go in the Wish Blossom Ranch level. Okay, we did Kristoff's stall. We'll just have to do Wally's garden before we hop over to the other areas and collect those resources so we can start building. So what I say, Wish Blossom, which is this one. And pebbles are one of these. Actually, I think I can drop the sticks off on this level too, and then I don't have to worry about it. Sweet. Okay. So this just needs to go to the lowest level. We'll have some of the clutter managed. Okay. And those go into their biomes or get sold. 2 Wally. Let's fill up our produce chest. And then we'll start at Wish Blossom. Because we're going to stay on Eternity Isle when we get there. anything that's close? This one is. One onion. I don't see any onions. Two. Okay. Excuse me. Thank you. And then we can sell this too. Great. The valley chores are done. Wish Blossoms is usually pretty quick. The one thing I did yesterday on the PlayStation was go around and break all the the dead Wish Blossoms, and that didn't save. So now there's still going to be a bunch of Wish Blossoms. I was like close to 2,500, I think. I was finally close to that number. I feel like I'm never going to finish this achievement. Puppy's dreaming. I've never seen a bunch of the same plant all be together. That's crazy. Not really. I mean, a little bit. It's weird. It's strange. Unusual. Okay. Crystal stall. I feel like I'm probably starting to get to the point where I have enough honeycomb stone and I don't need to buy more. But that would take emptying out these chests, which I am unwilling to do after having done it once for the valley already this morning. And nope, not what I meant to click. I do need to empty this chest out into my house though, but a problem for another day. Okay, and then all this soil goes here. Okay. We'll sell over in Storybook because we did Moana stall, we did Aladdin stall, Beasts, Wally's, Kristoff's. Yep. Okay. Dreaming down there, puppy. Okay, I'm gonna sell this stuff real quick. And then do all the things here too. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Ooh, I saw moss. We need the moss. We'll get all freaking 5 of our spawnable moss too. Ugh, I wish more showed up. Like, give me at least 12. Five feels like too small of progress. Especially when I barely remember to collect it twice a week. only with y'all. Okay, we did Kristoff's stall and Wally's garden. I'll grab the fish. And we'll pop over here. And get these. And drop all this off. Except for those, and then we don't get any of the poppies. Okay. So we'll start here, work our way back down. Getting moss for the bubbles that I can't stop making. Pretty sure that's what I keep using it for. I know the opal is for the bubbles. But I'm fairly certain it's moss too. I just know I keep running out. Okay, teapot. Or no. Yeah, teapot balls. Ooh, dried flowers! Yes! Wait, we have to pause real quick. I have not seen dried flowers in Storybook Vale. And we finished a memory! In ages, so hold on. We need to go see if there's any dried flowers in Wish Blossom. I can't believe that. I was for sure thinking that I was going to have to pick all my flowers and restart with them because they were not drying out. Okay, please be more. Please be more dried flowers. I can't believe we got 2 memories from 1 batch of flowers, too. Please, please, please. I also rarely ever see dried flowers in my valley. I see them the most in Wish Blossom. But it seems like every time I water, I don't get any memories when I water here for some reason. What is this? I know I have some sitting over here in this old Dream Snap, but is it only so many? Have they changed it to be only so many dried flowers per game per day? Well, we got 2 memories. That's better than nothing. And we finished one. Which is the most exciting thing that has maybe ever happened to me. With only a subtle amount of exaggeration there. Because, like, how many more... Wally's done. We need a lot there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is the one I want done. 2, 20. 28, 30. Eek! 37. But we finished this one. Okay, well, we got 2 more. That's something. It's not nothing. Okay. I was literally just talking about yesterday thinking I wasn't even going to bother dropping flowers in some of the other biomes in Eternity Isle because when I added additional flowers to Storybook, I wasn't getting any dry flowers. Until today. Okay. You always buy extra here. We'll go drop this off here. We've done Beastall and Aladdin's. Okay. Scrooge's store. Making sure everything's checked off on the habit tracker. Cool. Nope. I'm gonna go here. Alright. Last batch of chores, and then we will be ready to start building. Okay. Why are we doing this? Okay, so we didn't Moana's there. And then we need to start breaking down all these things so they can start forming where we want them. We're gonna get this guy. We are very close to being done with all of our Eternity Isle builds until we get Milo and Kita. And or anyone from Atlantis, really. Any kind of introduction, but we would absolutely hold out for them. Okay. Oops. I don't want to forget that this thing is here in case we decide to use it today. Nothing. We could do, like, leave some space for some of those things to spawn over here. That might look cool. I want one here. We will leave that rock there. She's cute. This was, like... Should we leave that one? Maybe. I think it would look good if we had some of the smaller ones around here, but then if we decorate this area, they might not spawn. We might just have to leave some gaps. Should have been thinking about that sooner. Oh well. Okay. See, I was thinking about leaving them here because, like, I like this one right here. I just don't like the dirt. I think the dirt works better over in the overlook. And then I was hoping one would spawn over down. I feel like we're missing some. I didn't get that many up. I was hoping one would spawn down here. In this area. It's always a rock. Or a night shard. Okay, let's go over to the plains and finish our chores, and then we can keep thinking about where we want things to spawn up. Stall. Crystal. Aladdin. We just need to check if anything has shown up. Ooh, a chest. Oh. Okay. That's all the same. Still nothing here. Check up here. This one formed right here again. Okay. If those could show up right next to our museum, that would be perfect. And then we're gonna have to move these to this one if we can't get more of those to spawn over here. I may have to do some research and see if there's a limited number per biome. Okay, Lily's garden. And then we'll run around and see where the other of those things are, if any end up where we want them. That's all done. We might work on this build a little bit if it makes sense to leave space for the... Yay! Okay, one ended up where we want it. Alright. Let's pause and blend it in. Yay, we finally got one where we wanted it. I do like this one. I need to blend it in. We just haven't finished doing all the decorating and stuff for this area until summer. We'll come back and finish it once we see if there's any new camping gear that we can put over here. I see a rock I can break. We got 2 memories and a spawnable showed up where we've been trying to get it. I think we are so far winning. Feed you. Oh no, my coffee's getting cold again. Okay. You need to go. Anything back here? No. I wouldn't mind if something formed in that little crevice back there. was kind of like a nook I left to catch things. Oh wait, I forgot to get bamboo, if there was any. Hold on one second. This, and this. I need to like label all the critters that I have places so that I don't pull them accidentally. I started doing it and then I stopped because it's kind of tedious. It's kind of tedious. You definitely are not staying here. Okay, that'll live there until next time we do this. That one was fine. This one I don't like here. I feel like I had something over here that's not there anymore. I don't know. Nope, nope. That's not gonna work. X. Which way did I go? This way. That one can stay there for now, especially if we're going to have to deal with some being in every biome instead of being able to get them all to show up in the plains. Alright, we'll drop this off. Oh, I need to get rid of that one. And we need 7 of these. I'll get rid of this one. Swirling sands. Respawn in every biome over the course of a few. No, they don't. Every day. Okay. I'm too curious. I'm looking up to see if anything says how or where they spawn. Removing swirling sands. The wiki doesn't say. Just gonna set that. Okay. And then go get rid of this. That in there and that. Okay, let's do some building. We need foliage. Mostly. So, if I were to have this, where would I want it? That's kind of cute. It just fits right there. Is it though? It doesn't quite. It's a little bit in the way. I think I might actually make that path a little bit. Yeah. Oops. Okay. And probably do the same thing over here. Oops. Mining cart by the mining node. Okay. And then we can just make it look like it got stuck there. So we need to make this area really overgrown. Especially back here. So let's figure out some plants that will fit back there. Can I fit anything big to start? Like one of these bushes. No. Okay, so that one fits. Let's start with, what's the other one? That's these. Okay, and then we'll grab her. Okay. So that gets us some height, and then we need some more. Maybe if it will fit back here. That might be all that we can get back there. So it looks like there's spots right there. I'm gonna grab this blue guy. And then that there. And another something like small and floofy. over here. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's any more gaps. There's one more. Would we want to put one of these here, or do we just want to leave that gap there? Hello? Because I don't like the way these clip together. Okay. All right, we're nice and lush over there. And then I don't think anything fit over here, but we'll check. Okay. So, something fits there and there. So let's do one of these guys. Here, and another one of is that going to annoy me that you can see it through there? It might. No. Okay. That looks pretty full and overgrown. Anything else? I don't see any other green. Okay. Another one of these. Right here. And then one of the blue ones. I think like that. Okay. Happy with that. It would be kind of cool if one of those things spawned right here. But I also think it might make this really narrow. How many of them are there? I forgot to count. We definitely can't have any spawning back there, so we need to make this one, this tree area, really full. Where do we have spaces? We've got 2 spaces back there. And then quite a bit over there. I think we can do one of those purple things. No, I don't think so. We'll try. But I think this is not going to fit here. Yeah. Okay. Unless we shifted this just one tile over. we can start adding some volume back into this area. Perfect. Okay. And then what else was green? It was way back here. Okay. So this is the tallest thing we have. That's one tile. And then we also need something else that's full. So we'll do that lily pad thing. Okay. And then so we just need something like bigger there too. But I don't think I want another one of these. So let's do one of these here. I'll put that one there and one of these to bring in a little bit more green here. We can just nestle it into it somehow. Okay. And then I like these tiles, but I love the tiles, but they just don't seem to be do we want them in this instead of I like the way the tiles look, but I think I like them better in the jacuzzi than on the ground. I think it's just too crowded. Okay, we will leave this in case something spawns here that we like. And then we need to build out this corner here with some foliage. So what do we have for space back here? Anything? Excuse me, tree. Excuse me, sir. I would like to see how much space I have. So, only 2. I definitely want this to be 1. I think we'll do this one and then one of the blue. One of the blue guys. These. That's still not right. What else is 1 tile? The lily? I don't really like that with the home thing though. Eek. But if we put this there, does it hide it enough? Possibly. And then we can keep filling it out with stuff to make it feel okay, even though it's quite full. Is this all yellow? Okay. Perhaps a rock. Where are all my rocks? There's one. This item has a large footprint. Okay. I think the only low thing we have are these blue ones. That might feel... what if I swap these two? Bring this out a little bit and then just tuck this under. Okay. But we need to pull this out a little bit more right there. But with what? Because this edge, I think, is... it's that tree. Maybe... we get this, yeah, with like that rotation. And then we can tuck it right up into that. Okay. Is that good spatially to those? Yes. This thing is quite large, but I think I do something like that, and then put I'm not liking this one so far. Okay, let's not do this one or this one. Let's do this. Big luscious leaves. I wish these bushes had a smaller footprint. It would be a lot easier to blend things together. And then... okay. Yes. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. All right. Then we'll do this side. I think having these stones here means the like natural spawnables. Also, these have a huge footprint, so I think the natural spawnables will just not. Well, if one showed up, what's the footprint here? It could look cool. I should put a bunch of items down in the overlook in the courtyard so that things don't spawn over there. That would be smart. Do we have anything ginormous? Like just buildings, I think. Okay. Well, I know I don't want one right here, so let's build out over here a little bit on this side. I want to try to fit in another one of these tall ones. That can't get very close, annoyingly. Okay. And then, is there any space behind this, or did this go straight up to that edge? Eek. I don't know if that's a whole tile or not. Let's try one of these. Oh, it is. Okay. And then can we rotate it? Sweet. Perfect. Okay. I could handle a spawnable there, so we won't fill that out. Can this go any closer here? Okay, and then something like that there. And where's that other green spiky one? And can you fit somewhere over here? Closer to this thing. Like really in its bubble, please. Would be ideal. Let's do one of these full ones. This will reach. Okay. That's a little bit inconvenient, but I'm also okay with that. Jade is one of the things that I need the least of, and I'm pretty sure that's all you can get over here. Right? Yep. I really don't need it, so that's okay. Okay. Will that thing go over something like this? No. Okay. I think this one's probably a good one to fill out. We don't really need any spawnables back here. Let me drop some houses. This one's big. Let's just put things in the way of other things. The problem is if I put it too far back here, then when something spawns in that little space, I won't be able to get to it. We just need to reduce the number of options available for the spawnables. Oops. Nope. 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 This one's giant. Throw it over here. And then put one over here. We can at least still get through. This is going to annoy me deeply. These are giant. Excellent, that's so frustrating. Okay. You can go there. Let's just scooch that way a little bit. Okay. Then maybe right there. Oops. This one is not too big, so it won't be too in the way, but it will reduce options. Where's that other haunted mansion? Beak. We can't put it there. Get these out of the way in case I need them. And then Remy's I do sometimes need, so where's the entrance? Okay. We can put something in that back corner. Is that too big? No. And then I think probably just as things spawn, I'll drop stuff where they showed up to keep them from showing up again. Oops. And then something else small-ish. And one of these is like teeny tiny. Okay, something might spawn in that back corner, which would make... There, I probably can get through that. Okay. Alright, that was a distraction. Let's go back to doing this. We need to figure out what is open behind this tree. So... it looks like we've got one tile. We need our biggest thing that has only one tile. Our floofiest. And then, excuse me. Okay, let's do one of these purple bits. Purpley pink. Like that, and then a little blue guy under there. And like this here. Okay. And then let's see if we can fill in on this side a little bit more. What do we have for space over here? Nothing until right there. So I don't necessarily want to have another one of these right here, but do that, and then one of these. Okay, and then we need little blue. The little blue friends. I think probably one here and over here. And then we'll just keep building around here. What are we looking at for space? I don't want necessarily one of those because we already have that one. Is that the same one? Oh. Other things do we have? That one's already there. Yeah, I think I like that. I need more of those, though. What are they called? Like ancient stone pillars or something like that? Ancient. No. Stone? Also no. Let's try just searching by color. Gray. those will be too big. Okay, I think that's it. Right. I kind of like that the tree is nestled back there. So now we need to figure out what is something. This works. Okay. So we can do something full again right there. Do another one of these. Okay. And then another one of these maybe. And need some green over here. Only one tile fits there. Okay. Excuse me. Nope. Okay. And a little blue thing. And a rock. We need another rock. Okay. That's still off. Maybe what we need is for this to come to this side of the rock and then to have one of these big floofies. Nope, not one of those. One of these big floofies over here. Yeah. No. And then maybe some more rocks. More pebbles. Okay. The blue always helps over here. I don't have any of these over here yet. I'm not sure, but we can get one here and make it look nice. Something's off. Okay, there we go. And then back here. Will anything fit? One. So, want this nice tall one. How are we doing on our item count? We're doing okay. It'll be fine. Alright, I like how full that corner is. This one, I wouldn't be mad if something spawned over here. So we might leave that one blank. About the same about this one. I don't know if that dropped will stop things from spawning. Might have to like just wait and then move them all into the middle. Really good on time today. Good. Okay. How about over here? I'm kind of feeling a little bit of foliage mathed out. Might need to go work on the do we want where's that cobblestone stuff? What's it called? It's from Storybook Vale. So that's somewhere around here. This. No. I kind of like the rocks falling over here, like they were from this. So we might include a few more of those later on too. Oops. I'm going to put this over by these sticks. I don't forget. And then this will probably be another build that we kind of come back and tweak as we start getting things to spawn where we want them. Since I am liking the idea of having those things here, except for the giant ones. I don't think the giant ones would fit anywhere and look nice. Except maybe like right here. How close can we get things to them? If we were to leave this one here. Looks like it gets like right. So we can get right in it. Just perfect. I don't know if this one's gonna stay here. So if I did, I would want to fill out right here. Which maybe that's what happens. We still need one to show up here. Okay. Let's run over to the grasslands and prep for that build. Okay. So I'll put this down here. I like this rock over here. to hide the little jacuzzi. And then we need some like trees and stuff, but this whole area was used as the foliage palette for the grove, so there's stuff in the way. Where's those rocks? Okay. And then one of the bigger, nope, that's a whole thing. Oops. This corner is so hard to decorate in. Morning, Ariana. How are you? How was your Saturday? And now into your Sunday? No, not you, tree. That's the whole thing. Where's this? Yeah, this like twisty one. Did I use these anywhere? No, I think I was just going to use them because this has some of that, so it blends it into the... Yes. Okay. Will this go underneath these? It won't. Okay. Some of these around here. I'm not in good. I'm making progress on the valley and I'm excited. Yay! So you're working on decorating your valley, or you're making progress through like the story? Either way, exciting. We need a giant tree there, but I don't know if we have any that are not like an unreasonable footprint. This might be the smallest footprint we have for one. Okay. We can do some of these back there. Eek! Where'd we go? Both. Yay! So that's like double exciting then. I am really ready for the next update to come out because I want more stuff. I need more activities. I'm making a lot of really good progress with decorating as well, which is almost kind of sad because it's like, then what? Is there any empty space back here? There is not. Oh my god. This area. I love it. And it drives me crazy. Where's one of those floofy things? These. There we go. I'll be so sad when I have so much done. But at the same time, there's so many biomes and stuff to decorate. I don't know that I will ever have them all done. Even just like the little overlook and ruins part has taken me 3 weeks. But I know that there's not much more that I want to do in Eternity Isle until we get Atlantis. Wow, that just left my brain. Yeah, so I'm like, then what? Then we're stuck and we're waiting. We will need some more trees over by this water area. Move all of these things out of the way for now. And we can do one of the ones with the really big footprints. Yeah. Put some more rocks over here. I want one of these up here. But maybe we'll do it over here. And then I don't know where. Maybe down here. We'll do these down here. This is going to be like a little market area. I don't know if I'm for sure going to use this here or not, but I do know that I want to have it be like a little market. And I don't know if I want my house to be here. Okay. I remember when they changed the decorating situation and I had stuff back here and the mouse was like right here in the middle of the screen. I think you can even still switch to this style, but it's right here, so you can't get over here. It was pretty frustrating. Mm-hmm. Don't we have some other kinds of trees down here? That's that one. That's like a whole bush thing. These are the same tree. No, I think that's kind of like it. Okay. And then we'll tuck this back here with that. What are you getting stuck on? Okay. My secret chest back here. I feel like I used to have a tree or something that also helped this blend in. Yeah. Make it all. And then we need more palm trees too, since there's that palm tree up here. Which ones are those? Sort by oldest. That happens to me all the time. Yeah. Sometimes everything is just a breeze, and sometimes it's like, why is this hard? Why is this challenging? Where is that tree? Where's the palm tree? There it is. It's this one, right? Yeah. Okay, so there are 3 of these. Here we go. Yeah, all 3. And then this is the Big Ben one, right? Yeah. Eek! Please let me put you where I would like you to go. Okay, and now we can... Did you wrap around that like I wanted you to? Yes! Perfect. Okay. So we need to do like all the foliage mapping over here as well, which is just difficult. Okay, and then put our palette right here until I can get it more established. And I want one of these trees on the other side of this path too. But probably a bigger one. Yeah. Okay. And then we have 2 more flowers to place over here. Do something like that. Maybe put that over there. And that one roughly over here. Okay. And I think maybe we put the palette right here. I keep having those rock things or not rocks, spiky things that I like spawn here by accident, so maybe it's a good idea to put this little area here. And can I do one more of these? I didn't know the palm trees dropped sticks. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna miss some of these. If they accidentally get blended in. Okay, we need to clean up the sticks and stuff. And then put one of those there and another one of these over here. I want this to be over here, but I don't know if there's a world in which it fits in the way that I like. Maybe if we can find some other kind of tree or something that fits back here. Do all of these have that same footprint? Yeah. Okay. I think this area is on its way to being done too. It just needs to be, again, built out with the foliage and rocks and stuff over here. I like the rocks with this build. Yep. Okay. And then potentially another tree there of some kind. Maybe that's where we put the palm tree. And I did not mean to click on mountains. Oops. Instead of having it right next to that one. Maybe it goes here. No. This rock takes up a lot of space. That's going to be a problem. Okay. I think my brain is starting to lose to the foliage math. It honestly, filling out all the little gaps takes me the longest. Especially when I'm trying to think if I want spawnables to be in an area or not. I don't think they should be up here. I think they would take too much space. But I think we have a good layout. And I wonder if it would be too boring to keep working on foliage next weekend. I'm going to try to get on during the week so I can keep track of getting these things to spawn where we want them to spawn. And then we just need to figure out this area. I really don't know how I want to do this, like, little garden area. Okay, let's go look at... maybe I should put some, like, houses and stuff over here too to block stuff off, but we'll do that as the week goes on. How are we looking over here? This was our main project today. I think this is looking really good. I really like how vibrant it is. These pops of, like, purple red look so pretty with the blues. I really like it. So once we finish getting things to pop up where we want them to pop up, that was my concern. I didn't think it would help. I think this will look really nice when it's all done. Okay. Go in here and say goodbye. And we will be back next week to build something. I don't know what yet, but we will be building something next weekend. Maybe we will make it into Wish Blossom Ranch or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I hope everyone has a lovely rest of their Sunday. And yeah. See you possibly for another stream this week for like a resource grind stream, and if not, then just see you next weekend. Bye!